And we are underway in Milan. Genoa in the white and red George's Cross jerseys. Milan in their traditional home, black and red. Starting out with Genoa under heavy pressure very quickly in Park. Tackling, we're putting it out for a Genoa throw. Remember, Genoa currently only outside the relegation spot on goal difference, so every point at this stage of the season is huge for them. And they're looking with Barr up the left to get something going here early. Barr sending it in, and it gets a touch on. Still there to be won, and Genoa will be able to keep this going. This attack remains alive. A little bit of chaos from Milan at the back early, but just completely misunderstanding where they were going for. And that will be a throw to Milan. Coach Backer, who has been not shy to use that appeal system this year, has been for good and bad for her. As Milan look to clear their lines, retaining possession nicely. A chance for them to press forward early here now. Milan going forward. It's a Park. Park now. Park looking for options inside. Getting the overlap she wants. Going to have a pop from outside. Takes a deflection. Back with Milan again. Park winning that ball. And it's going to be there. Grimshaw opting against having a pop. The cross is going to come in low, and that will be a corner to Milan. Argoni doing a lot of work in that attack as well. Kivak's cross eventually put out for the corner. Looks like it's Van Duren standing over this for the corner. Going near post. Punched away from the keeper. Argoni just putting it into the danger area, and Sanders got ahead to it but didn't know much about it, and it's out of play for a goal kick. So a little bit of chaos from both goalkeepers early. Fortunella on this occasion, and of course Giuliani not really following the flight of the cross in the previous. But Sanders did not know much about that, in fairness to her. And Fortunella playing it very, very neatly at the back. High press here from Milan. Still Genoa ball though. Chance for them to create something here. Nicely retained. They move up the right now. Genoa, well, that's a kind of a hiding in nothing, but Giuliani has to come out of her box, so that will be a throw for Genoa. Deep, deep, deep in Milan territory. Very much a searching ball from Giles, who'll be taking this throw, and has led to a solid attacking platform. Lee just trying to move into position. Well, that's not the best header. Lee can't quite keep her leg on it. Gail's daughter fighting for it too. And that's another throw for Genoa. Giles again. Gail's daughter. Will they try and bypass? A little bit ropey, and they will say corner. It did go out of play, the referee says. Akuti's pressure winning that corner. Cuscieri to take this corner. Barr nicely in front of the keeper there. That could put a bit of pressure on Giuliani. Back post. Misses everybody. That will most likely, and it is, be a throw to Milan. Sanders will leave it most likely. Yep. Coivisto on the throw. Straight into the middle of the park to Mascarello. Mascarello. Back to the Sanders. Playing it flat to Sofia. Sofia to the Sanders. Sanders. Back to Sofia. And the pitch is holding up nicely. You can tell that from the way the Sanders is passing. Kaiser looking to go out left, but overcooked that. Kivag was expecting to go a lot further down. Throw here to Genoa. A bit of fighting, but Georg's daughter's in that battle. It's back to Giuliani. Once again has to come out of her box to gather. Simple offload to the Sanders. The Sanders will go to Sofia here. She's got Kaiser if she wants her. She does. Kaiser cutting inside now. Kaiser inside. Back to Kaiser. Kaiser has to watch her touch. Going back to Sofia. Sofia has to be smart here. Kivag turning it over. Georg's daughter in midfield. Tried to free up Akuti, couldn't, but the ball is still there for Genoa, but I think Bar is offside. And she is, so she'll let Giuliani just gather that, so there's no stoppage. And Koivisto. To Sanders, to Sofia. Kaiser. The Sanders. On the floor, but struggling to control. And handball is called. Van Duren just couldn't quite keep the control she wanted there. Gilage sending this one long, but straight to the Sanders. The Sanders to Sofia. Very comfortable on the ball so far as the Sanders. Bodes well for the quality of ball movement in this game. Giuliani once again coming out of her box. Sofia. Sofia trying to free up Kivag. Couldn't get the position she wanted on that pass. Shinotti to Akuti. Akuti going long. That's one for Bear to chase down. And offside is called. So Bear just to watch her line a bit more. She was certainly closer this time than the previous, but that's twice now where she's just not watched her line well enough and chased down balls. Sofia. Inside to Mascarello. Back to the Sanders. Sofia. Up the left, Kaiser cutting inside at necessity. Can't control it though. But she's won it back, Kaiser. Kaiser rolling back to the Sanders. The Sanders. Out to the left. Koivisto. Koivisto keeping it there for Park. Park now. Park to Koivisto again. Koivisto. Bit trapped at the baseline. Park with the cross. The header. The goal! Van Duren and Milan have opened the scoring. Well, we said Park is a bit of a magician. We'll get this checked on VAR, although it looks like everything was in order. All goals, of course, checked, just to be certain. Park freed up Koivisto. She went back to Park. Great cross. What a curl on it. What a run in by Van Duren. Couldn't have positioned herself better. Giles blindsided by the onrushing Van Duren. Brilliant header. Fortunella didn't stand a chance. It's her 6th goal in 12 appearances this season. Just waiting for the confirmation here from our official. And we're back underway. Milan, a goal to the good thanks to that Van Duren header. Brilliant cross from Park. And Genoa up against it on the road here. Akuti, lovely control there. Bit of pressure on. And it will be a throw to Genoa. Lee was under pressure but managed to avoid putting it out herself. Going along with the throw, at least attempting to. Akuti has it. Akuti across the box. The touch. Gayak's daughter. Oh, just couldn't quite get the control she needed. It's still there for Akuti. Akuti playing it off. Chenotti's effort. Oh, she was just got two under that. But a quick warning to Milan. Because Gayak's daughter, it was the second touch really that cost her. Genotti knew she had bad contact as soon as she touched it. The Sanders, Mascarello, Kaiser, Kivag, she's in a fight with Giles for this ball. Giles is going to win. Giles, oh, takes a deflection. It's back there for Kaiser now. Digging it out, going inside. The Sanders has to win this, she does. It's headed on. That's going to be in a good spot for Kivag to cross. Kivag, low cross. Oh. Well, not the touch Genoa wanted, but it was ample for them to recover. Has been one of the criticisms of Milan this season is they tend to sit back after a goal. And it's a style of play that really doesn't suit their strengths as a team. They are much better trying to press that ball forward, even with a lead to defend. The Sanders to Sofia. Mascarello. It's caught in the middle there. Sofia. Kivag. Nice one touch from Kivag. Sofia. Oh, just did not get the connection she wanted on that cross. Goal kick to Genoa. And Milan will maintain this high press. Fortunella keeping it along the base. Fortunella out to the right this time. Bypassing Giles and being there for Grimshaw. Grimshaw couldn't quite win it the first time. Good digging out there by Genoa, but not enough so far. Well, it's nice and open here in this game. Lee putting it through. Can't find a white jersey. Kivag back and forth with Grimshaw. Grimshaw inside. Mascarello. Mascarello playing it out now. They're looking at Aragoni. Aragoni, oh, intercepts across. Aragoni still there in the fight, but Barr's going to get onto it. Bear. It's there for Gayak's daughter to run onto. Giuliani has to come out of her box. And that's taking a touch. Dangerous times here for Milan. Akuti's out on the right. Akuti's got it. Akuti. Can't you turn inside? Akuti's going to be forced out to the right here. Akuti with the cross. It's headed out by Sofia, but it's a corner to Genoa. Well, good defending there from Kaiser to prevent Akuti from going inside, which was clearly her goal. It's still a corner for Genoa. Cross comes in towards the back post. The header is on. It's over. Giles couldn't keep that down. The Sanders. Playing up the right, Koivisto to Park. Park, where she set up the previous goal. Park rolling it back for Mascarello. Mascarello overcooks that, but it stays in play. Grimshaw's won it back. Grimshaw, Kivag to Grimshaw, trying to go back to Kivag. Overhit that. Kivag having to start this move again, really. Kivag inside, going to Mascarello. Mascarello. Now she goes for the cross. Can't get it on target, but it's there to be recycled by the Sanders. The Sanders now floating this in. The header on by Grimshaw. And it's a goal kick. Van Duren defended against well there. Genoa just about avoid going a second goal down. End to end so far here in the first half. 16 minutes gone. Milan a goal to the good. The way both these sides are playing, you feel that will not be the final score. Well, they were trying to bypass Bar. Instead, they've won a throw. Keeping it short. On the floor. Cuscieri trying to get Bear in there. And it'll be a goal kick. Sofia going a bit further forward. Doesn't want to go to Kaiser just yet. Now she does. Kaiser to Sanders. Sofia. Genoa deliberately avoiding a high press early in this game. And they've turned it over in midfield and they have a chance. Very important reception there by Sofia. That'll go all the way back to Giuliani, who can gather in her box. And will look to release Kaiser quickly. With Akuti out of position, Kaiser looking to advance. Kivag rolling it down there. Van Duren has to fight for this, and Van Duren's not going to win that battle. It's out for a Genoa throw. Giuliani, so quick turning defense into attack there. Giles to take this throw. Headed on. Still in control for Genoa here. They're looking to release Georgsdottir. Well, they clearly have a plan for Giuliani, and that is to try and get these long balls just outside her box, put her under pressure. So far, they've yet to truly test her, but certainly not the ideal scenario for Milan to be allowing these, well, chase downs to really happen, where Georgsdottir and to a lesser extent Bear have been able to pressure Giuliani. Sofia. Advancing. Inside. Van Duren, she's come very far back. Koivisto. Looking to Mascarello. Mascarello, though, well guarded. Koivisto. Now comes the cross in traffic. Georgsdottir. Playing it back. Now they look to set Bar running, but it's too easy for the Sanders. The Sanders. Sofia. Kaiser. To the Sanders. Mascarello, she's got room to move. Mascarello floating that one, but too much on it for Kivag. Well, you've got a feel for Kivag so far in this game, because she's been getting plenty of balls that are undercooked and overcooked. Nothing that's in the Goldilocks zone, really. And she has to do an awful lot of the recycling herself. Coming up at 20 minutes gone. Milan still a goal to the good. That 9th minute goal from Van Duren. Playing it inside. Genoa now looking to press forward. Giles. Out to Akuti. And Kaiser. Well, she's clearly got one job, as that is do not let Akuti turn inside. But it's thrown there quickly by Akuti. Kaiser, great shielding there to win that ball. And a chance for Milan on the counter here. Van Duren needs help. That was a lovely ball for Grimshaw. Gets it just past Akuti, but Akuti can gather this one and watch it go over the end line for a goal kick. Fantastic battle here on a Sunday afternoon in Milan. For Genoa, keeping it tight and low at the back. Not exactly the most welcoming thing when you're against a high press, but Genoa have looked very comfortable, it will be said, on those goal kick situations. Kajer will just leave it back for Sofia. The Sanders. Visto may have started her up a little early. She did, and the cover was there. Sofia. Back to the Sanders. Visto's just gone fully advanced now. The Sanders. Keeping it inside. Park trying to feed it through to Visto. No handball, the referee says. That'll come back for Sofia. Mascarello. Back to Sofia. Kajer's made herself available for both Giuliani and Sofia here. I feel they're going to just go to Sofia or the Sanders down instead. Giuliani briefly considers pumping long. Goes to Sofia. Kajer back to Giuliani to Sanders. Sofia pumping it to the left. Still there for Milan. Kajer and Kivag getting it now. Kivag. Nice control there. Ball to Mascarello. Grimshaw. Park. Not where she wanted to be. Visto's out there for Grimshaw. Mascarello. Floating it through, but too much on that. It's been a story of Mascarello's day is that she's just putting a little bit too much in those floated balls. Midpoint of the first half, the Van Duren goal, the one thing that separates the sides, as we see another Genoa goal kick close to their own box in terms of control, but once again avoiding any of the gegenpress from Milan. Referee says Georg's daughter went under her own pressure going down. Will play on. Giuliani will play it to Sofia. The Sanders. Mascarello. Sofia. Out wide. Kivag once again having to go do a bit of digging, bit of grafting. The Sanders. Keeps it short to Park. Mascarello wants it. Mascarello. Back to Kivag. Kivag has a white wall in front of her. Flips to Sofia. Sofia now. Sofia looking to put it into that box. Headed away for now. Bear heading it forward. Sofia trying to win it, but it's still there for Georg's daughter. And now the pump and run. And here's Bear. Bear against Kajer. Giuliani will win this race with Georg's daughter comfortably. Nothing subtle about what Genoa are doing in terms of their main approach to attack, but it is certainly giving Milan plenty of pause for thought. Grimshaw's come right back. Backer has yet to make any real adjustments to her lineup. Grimshaw seems to have sort of taken a flyer personally to cover here. The Sanders. Visto inside to Mascarello. Mascarello to Van Duren. Park back to Van Duren. Van Duren trying to go to Visto, but it's out of play for a Genoa throw. Cooney showing for it, but they're going to bypass her. Headed back in by Visto. It's with the gods right now, and the gods favour Genoa. Looking to free up Bear. Bear That was borderline. No, and the flag does go up. Did look like he was just on the wrong side of it, but that was very tight. Oh yeah, literally a half step is timed. Giuliani, the Sanders. Sofia. Van Duren has come very deep, but gets to Kivag. Kivag takes the deflection on the way in. And that's too far for Bear. Kaiser. Back to the Sanders. The Sanders. Sofia. Kivag, the cross. Referee says no foul in there, but he will stop play. There looks like there was an injury to a Genoa player. It's Cuscieri who's down. Those are coming together bodies there. Fortunella again has to be quick there. Well, Kaiser pumping it back, and the Sanders knows she's got to be smart here. She knew Bear had her for pace, but she got a good touch. Aragoni to Park. Back to the Sanders. Sofia to the Sanders. To Park. Park takes a touch. Back to the Sanders. Not the best pass for the Sanders, but it gets the job done. Back to the Dutchwoman. Park, lovely first touch. Second, though, not as deceptive as she hoped. The wind starting to play a factor here now at service level for sure. Gayuk's daughter keeping it back. They're looking to release Bear on the right side this time. Bear cutting in, floating it across, but can't break through Milan's defensive line. And be there comfortably for Kaiser. Kaiser rolling it back to the Sanders. To Sofia. The Sanders. Grimshaw keeping it on the ground. It's rolled out there. Mascarello. Mascarello. Ball to Kivag. Kivag, this is a better ball for her to work with. Kivag now, keeping it on the floor, and it is pumped out for a Milan throw. Taken quickly, and it's Sofia to the Sanders. The Sanders to Sofia. Playing it on the ground still. Back with the Sanders. Out to Koivisto. Koivisto goes down, and Koivisto is fouled. And what has been an extraordinarily clean game, it has to be said so far. Maybe our first contact foul, indeed, of the game. So chance here from a set piece. Van Duren will be the one standing over it. Kaiser back in case she doesn't like the crossing option. And Duran will cross. Will put this in towards the near post, and that's greatly grabbed by Fortunella. She wants to go long, and she wants to go quick. And Giuliani has to be smart here. That isn't the best. There, it's still there. Is the flag going to stay down? Oh, that's a terrible touch either way. Akuti was offside, but the connection she got was one she'd probably rather forget. But this is the type of chaos we've been talking about. As you can see, Akuti, well, comfortably offside. But her ending up offside was as much a result of the chaotic play that preceded it. To Sanders. Moving inside. Back to Sofia. Back to Sanders. Sofia. Kivak. Mascarello. Grimshaw. To Sanders. Goes forward with Park. Back to Sanders. To Sanders. To Sofia. Milan throw coming just inside the Genoa half. Genotti doing the clearance duty by Visto. Inside to Mascarello. Rolling it back. To Sanders. Sofia. Sofia to the Sanders. Still the Sanders on his ball. Out to that right side. To Sanders. Keeping it low. Bit of a fight for this ball here. And it's rolled back neatly. To Sanders. Grimshaw under pressure, but Grimshaw turning nicely. It's there for Kivak. Kivak low cross. Put out. It's a corner for Milan. Migliucci getting in there to intercept. Van Deur to take the corner. Keeping it low, keeping it short. Going to Park. Park, well, the attempted give and go at Van Duren fails, and she's now fouled Akuti, and that'll be a free out to Genoa. So, very much a wasted opportunity there for Milan. Pumping it from the right. Headed down. Kivak's won that nicely. Grimshaw to Kivak. Kivak has to be smart. Oh, it was too smart for the rest of her team. Genotti. Playing it back. Bigliucci. Out to Giles. There. There's no real option there, but there's pressure on Sofia. She's going to Giuliani. It's gonna... Very, very bad touch from Giuliani. Sofia is bundled over and wins the free out. An irrational exuberance costing Genoa there. Giuliani. To Sanders. Pumping forward. Grimshaw trying to find a way to get it to Park. She has. Park will win a throw for Milan in Genoa territory, deep in it. They go quick. And they win another throw. Visto on the throw. there for Koivisto. Koivisto wins the corner. Van Duren in the corner again. She went short last time. Looks like she's looking into the box this time. Nope, she's gone short again. Mascarello with the exchange this time. Van Duren now with the cross. The header on! Saved by Fortunella. And she wants to go quickly again. Fortunella pumping it high. Nowhere in particular this time. And Kaiser will just head that out of play. It was Koivisto got the header on, but Fortunella followed it perfectly. That will be a Milan throw deep in their own half. Kaiser not liking the lack of options there for her. The Sanders is going to have to be quick here. She is to Giuliani. Giuliani, patient. She's got Sophie if she wants her. She's going the other side instead with the Sanders. The Sanders rolling it back. Now she goes to Sofia. Sofia back to the Sanders. Park. Quick give to Aragoni there. Koivisto is very far advanced. Koivisto rolling it through for Van Duren. Van Duren back to the Sanders. To Sofia. Sofia out to the left. Kivag keeping it on the ground. And straight to Fortunella. There's a bit of pressure on the ball on Guscieri. It's 1:30 they say. No, late call on the free kick. So, Courage take the free kick. Going long. Well, it's headed into space, but Giuliani just has to go there and clear. Ilaj gets onto the ball now. To Courage. Come forward. The Sanders just heads it forward. Ilaj. The Courage there, in fact. Intercepted. Mascarello. Mascarello under pressure. And it's won back by Bear. Still there for Bear if she can get onto it. She does. Genoa looking to press here, coming up on 40 minutes. There for Georgsdorfer, she stayed on side. Koivisto put it out for a Genoa throw. Boxed in on the sideline and loses it. Park looking to quickly turn it around, but Van Duren is bundled off. The referee says fairly. Chance here for Genoa. The pop goes in, but it's off target. Lee was just a little bit too keen to have a go. And that was never going to trouble Giuliani. Final 5 minutes of the first half. We don't expect much in the way of stoppages at all, to be honest, because it's been nicely openly played. But that's been turned over. Lee. Gianotti. Vigliucci. Just mindful of Van Doren there. Migliucci. Out to Giles. Giles. Bear back to Giles. Giles into the box. Genotti has a pop! Oh, Giuliani had to be watchful there. Hadn't got the best angle to see this on Giuliani, but did a great job to gather it. Koivisto under pressure. Koivisto being forced all the way back. DeSanders taking it now, but DeSanders has lost it. Sofia poking it through, but it's been won by Lee. Bear goes down, and the referee may well have a card out. It's a free in to Genoa, but Mascarello should be a little bit relieved. No card to reach for. That did look a little bit cynical from Mascarello. Genoa standing off, waiting. Cuscieri over it. Van Doren staying quite close to Genotti here. Leaving it for Cuscieri. Cuscieri has a pop. Off target. Sanders. Oh, losing the possession. It's there for Bear. Intercepted by Sofia. The Sanders under pressure here, though. It's turned over. There will be a goal kick. Kuti couldn't quite do what she needed. 2 minutes left in this first half. We don't expect much, if any, to be honest, in the way of stoppages. It's been a lovely, clean, free-flowing game. The one goal coming in 9 minutes from Van Doren off a cross by Park. The Sanders trying to go long. Genotti, hidden hope. Bear onto that. Bear cutting inside. Gets around the Kaiser. Bear, oh, just couldn't squeeze it on target. The last couple of minutes have belonged to the visitors. Plenty for Coach Backer to talk about with her side at the break. And Milan playing it tight at the back from the goal kick, but very, very much pressuring themselves. There's Giuliani playing it long. Argoni couldn't control it. Still going to be there. Heavy touch by Sofia. Grimshaw's lost it, but the Sanders just goes old school country. Kivak will monitor Fortunella, but it really was the sensible approach there by the Sanders. First half winding down here. You'd feel this is the last attack. Pumped inside. Well, that's nearly disastrous there, but Hilaj managing it out to Courage. Courage. Down inside. Gayok's daughter. Gayok's daughter! Stopped. Akuti. And the corner is given. There will be 1 minute of additional time. This is just enough time here for Genoa to do something with this corner. Gayok's daughter just about on the line. Taking that slide touch from Koivisto on the way out. Serie with the corner. Coming in low. Headed into space. Still pressure on Aragoni. Koivisto looking to get out of there. Koivisto playing it. Nice to Kivag. Kivag now going long. Intercepted by Chinati. Final seconds of this first half. Akuti. Lee. And it's gotten out to Kivag. And that will be the end of the first half. A fun one to watch here in Milan. They lead a 1-0 thanks to that woman Van Duren. Join us shortly for the second half. And we are back underway. Unchanged side to start the second half. Milan taking the tip and looking to attack early, and they will get a throw deep in Genoa territory early on. Kivag will leave that, it looks like. She does indeed. They go low. Kivag playing it back to the Sanders. To Sanders under pressure straight away on that ball. Kuchieri bringing it up against her, but Park has it. Park to Koivisto. Koivisto has two against her. Can get past one, but can't get past Courage. Back to Park. Park now with the looping cross towards that back post, but too much on that, and it's a goal kick to Genoa. For Genoa, it will leave it for Hillage. They've gone short on every goal kick so far, Genoa. Milan not as much pressure this time on that ball. Nice touch by Koivisto, gets it to Park. Park now, poking it through, back and forth with Van Duren. Park, Mascarello out to Kivag. Kivag now, turning inside of Giles. Kivag, well, got past two, couldn't get a third. Mascarello to Park. Park, Aragoni. Aragoni will have a shot, and it's off target. Pressure much heavier this time for Milan on that goal kick. Park heading it to keep it in play. Mascarello. Aragoni, in fact, putting it out of play. Didn't get the final touch though, so it will be a Milan throw. Koivisto wants someone to come for her. She's having to try and go through a hole for Park. Can't quite. Aragoni. Kajer. Giuliani. Patience with Giuliani against Georgsdotter. The Sanders has Koivisto on the right. Goes to Park short instead. Park playing it inside now. Park trying to cut it across, which just did not get the accuracy she needed on that pass. But she'll get another chance here, and she'll recycle back to Sofia. Sofia to the Sanders. The Sanders to Sofia. Sofia. Park. Lays it off from Mascarello, back to the Sanders. The Sanders now looking for Kivag. Kivag has it. Kivag's first touch. Gets it forward to Kajer. Kajer now. Kajer still advancing. Kajer rolling it back to Kivag. Kivag. Van Duren. Van Duren. To the Sanders. The Sanders. All the way back to Kivag this time. Off target and a free interference, so he will call for that to be dropped. And we'll be back underway. Van Duren bringing a bit of height to that pressure. Hillage. Courage. Up the flank. Kuti. Can't quite win it. Park. Chinati pressing on her. I think she'd have argued unfairly, but it stays Milan ball as it is. Sofia. Sofia to the Sanders. The Sanders under pressure here. Going all the way back to Giuliani, and Bear will bring the pressure. Couldn't do much with that though, and it's with Kaiser. Kaiser now looking to go long to Kivag. Kivag should win this foot race. She does. Kivag has options. Kivag's going to get the cross in. Kivag's cross intercepted. Headed out for now. Genoa looking to build quickly. And it will be a Milan throw. Kaiser taking that quickly. Mascarello inside. Van Duren is muscled off the ball. Gets it back to DeSanders. DeSanders wants an option. Oh, terrible pass by DeSanders. Will be back for her to gather up. Giuliani to leave with Giuliani. Well, nearer midfield than her own goal there. DeSanders. Goal kick to Genoa. Fortunella. He'll add up to Akuti. Akuti under pressure. Akuti is tackled fairly by Koivisto. Mascarello playing it through. Kaiser turns it over. Bear now looking to break. Bear is fouled by Kaiser. Genoa looking to pump forward here. A chance here. And well, no one there in particular, but the Sanders struggling to get onto that. Park now. Park. Grimshaw grateful for that ball. Advancing quite a bit there in that throw, but referee doesn't call it, as it is. The Sanders can gather up. Well, you may have seen from our director a few times, we have some serious talent, not just on the field, but in the stands. And that will be a free out to Milan. Luis Scola, Olympic gold medalist in basketball Argentina 2004. And of course, he played a lot of his basketball career here in Milan. He finished off his club career here. We've panned to a couple of times. Sure, he's enjoying the lead right now for his side, but would rather they got a second to cushion it. Sofia. Kaiser. Sanders. Chinotti's interception slows it down, but doesn't turn it over yet. This time Chinotti has it. Chinotti under pressure. Chinotti. No free there for he says, and down under her own power. And now it's a free to Milan, and Akuti has to be mindful here. Can't let herself lose her temper. Captain has to set an example. Well, if anything, Chinotti was fouling Aragoni with the constant tugging. And Akuti, clearly both hands on her. Opportunity here now. Park, what can Park do with the cross? Park's cross is low, takes the deflection. Aragoni opts against the shot, goes back to Park. Park now. Park, cross, low, beats everyone, but be there for Grimshaw. Grimshaw rolling it back. Cross comes in from Kivag, and it's won well by Fortunella. Fortunella immediately looking for the quick option, wasn't there for her. 10 minutes nearly played now in the second half. It's still a 0 for Milan. Park. Terrible touch there, and there's a chance of Bear in a foot race. That's going back to Giuliani, but she can't dally. Goes to the Sanders, back to Giuliani, and Bear's going to bear down on her again. Park wants to win this. Genoa now, and that'll be a throw to Genoa. There we see just too much on that for Van Doren. Vigliucci back to Hilaj. Hilaj to Vigliucci. Vigliucci wants to go long. Well, that's a great ball to Akuti. Kushieri now. Out to Courage. Courage against Park. Courage beats Park. Courage cannot keep her footing though. Park under pressure. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty. And I don't think Park, who committed the foul, knew a lot about that at all. There was a follow through and they're trying to kick the ball with absolutely no hesitation from the official. This will go to VAR, naturally. Seeing if Bakker wants to use her appeal. A yellow has been given. I don't think that was for Park. I think that was for Sofia for complaining. Genoa will stand over this, taking on Giuliani. A penalty for Genoa. Remember, every point for Genoa this season is enormous. It is indeed Sofia who gets the yellow. And our referee is off to the sideline to have a look. Now, naturally, this means we should expect quite a chunk added on at a time. Typically, with a VAR check in Serie A Femminile, we have seen at least 90 seconds added to the clock at the end for them. It's our first of the game, though, so see Park absolutely frustrated and shocked at that call. I mean, I'm sure that hurt like heck, but at the same time, was that a foul? Like, she was following through on what she thought was striking the ball. Huge call here for the official. I mean, the referee was very certain in his action. He had a great first on angle. Obviously, he has a check here. Giuliani just trying to maintain her composure. We're waiting to see what is about to occur. So we have a decision. The penalty stands. Certainly took his time to look at that, but the penalty stands. Aragoni is A little bit of gamesmanship here to ensure they don't immediately take the penalty as soon as the referee is back. So Genoa versus Giuliani to get Genoa back on level terms here in Milan. Genoa, it's saved! Genoa on the follow-up! Genoa has scored! Giuliani got a touch to the penalty, but it spilled perfectly into the path of Genoa, and Genoa are level. She steadied herself straight from the strike to be ready to pounce on wherever it may have spilled. And as you can see, just too quick through the legs, in fact, of Giuliani in the end for that equalizer. So the penalty is saved, but Genoa get what they need from it. They're level, 1 goal apiece here in Milan. And much as we've spoken about how every point matters towards Genoa's effort to stay up, remember for Milan, every point dropped could be hugely impactful on their efforts to get into Europe. Getting another check on that. Did look like it was all within regulation. That is only her 3rd goal of the season, Genoa, but maybe her most important this campaign. It ends up getting Genoa a point. Past the hour mark, it's a goal apiece, and we're back underway. And Milan with the pressure on now. For them, they have to go forward, they have to attack. Their surge for Europe depends on it in many respects. Heavy pressure coming on there. Still no changes on either side. I would not be surprised if Coach Bakker starts making some alterations in the near future. Played inside by the Sanders. Park rolling it off. Grimshaw. Kivag losing it, but wins the throw. Comes back. Go all the way back to Sofia here. Sofia advancing. Grimshaw now poking it through. There's room here for Van Doren if she's smart. Goes back to the Sanders. The Sanders inside. Hospital pass really, but it's still there for Milan. Aragoni with the recovery. Koivisto. Aragoni trying to turn inside on Genoa. It's a throw to Milan. There for Park. Mascarello again. Park. Inside, turns it over. Bear now in a foot race. But Giuliani, very wise to that, is out to intercept. Grimshaw gets through 2 of them. Grimshaw still on this ball. Grimshaw past Genoa now. Grimshaw being pulled down, and Genoa is surely getting a card for that. She does. Genoa gets a yellow. Milan get a very, very good set piece situation here. But as we talk about Grimshaw, the absolute fight in this woman is tremendous. Well, it's a tasty spot to have a free kick. Certainly within striking range for Mascarello or Van Doren, but a cross is definitely an option as well. For Genoa expecting a shot from the look on her face. Not a full wall, only 3. And as we can see, Milan starting to consider the bench. Mascarello is going to leave it for Van Duren. Van Duren will have a shot straight into the hands of Fortunella. She wants to go quickly. Doesn't get the look she wanted though. She'll go out to Hillage, to Courage. Guscieri. Out of play off Aragoni. And Renzotti is going to make her appearance in this game. We expected to see her at some stage.
Istituzione per il Milan. Fuori facciamole con un grandissimo applauso con il numero 7 Thea Kivag.
And Kivag's day is done.
Fuori campo e facciamole sentire forte l'applauso con il numero 18 Monica Renzotti.
And that's a nice block by Grimshaw. Grimshaw digging it out. Visto couldn't quite keep possession, but it will be a Milan throw, and Grimshaw's down. Looks like the Milan captain took a bad contact on the way down. Guscieri also not feeling the best. Well, Georg's daughter putting the Sanders under pressure. Milan ball, Grimshaw to Park. Park takes a deflection. Gianotti just clearing it out. They are trying to test the Sanders. Giuliani to Sofia. Sofia. Sanders controls it to Park. Pitch is cutting a bit here. Park back inside. Sofia going out looking for Renzotti. Renzotti still there. Renzotti has to get this cross in, and she's got a corner. Van Duren will go over to take 23 minutes plus we expect substantial stoppages left. Van Duren to take the corner. Low corner, plunge by Fortunella! Still there for Milan. Van Duren, cross gets blocked. Still there. Playing it out, Renzotti. Renzotti muscled off that ball, but she's got it back. Courage trying to chase down Renzotti. She's pulling her jersey, her free play's on. Mascarello. That's out to the left. Kager. Van Duren, in fact. Georg's daughter just clearing it away there, and Bear is going to take on Kager here. Kager put it out for a Genoa throw. And we are going to have more changes. So very close to an Olympico, but Grimshaw just couldn't quite get the touch on the follow-up. Fortunella is fortunate. So will be Genoa throw still inside the Milan half. Giles will take. Headed back, and well, Giuliani wise enough to realise what was necessary to avoid giving away. It would have been a very soft corner there to Sanders. On the floor to Park. Park. Yeah, and the surface is definitely starting to impact the control the players have. Grimshaw's going to leave it for Park. Park trying to play it to Grimshaw. Grimshaw's onto it. Grimshaw cross back to Grimshaw. Park on it. Park to Grimshaw. Grimshaw's tackled off that ball. Still there for Mascarello, and it will be a throw. Koivisto takes. Grimshaw needs an option here. She gets Park. Mascarello playing it down. Bit of pinball. It's back to Mascarello. Park is told to put it to the left. Park to Koivisto looking down that corner, but too much on that for Grimshaw. Goal kick to Genoa. On the floor from Giuliani. Sofia. Renzotti just scooping it there for Koivisto. Mascarello to recover it. To Sanders. Parks crosses low. It's headed. It's still there. They will say corner. Aragoni couldn't quite get the touch he wanted, but it will be another chance for Milan. Van Duren keeping it short. Mascarello's cross. It's not a good enough ball, and it will be a goal kick to Genoa. 18 minutes plus change left, and we expect there to be a lot of stoppages here due to that VAR check. Still only the one change made off the bench for either side. That's Renzotti coming on for Kivag. Fortunella once again going short, as she has with every goal kick. Hilaj, Courage has to be smart here. Gets to Cuscieri, back to Hilaj. Genotti, the goal scorer, back to the goalkeeper, Fortunella. Bigliucci. Going long. Can't quite find one of our own players though. Aragoni going backwards. Sofia. Giuliani, the goalkeeper. Giuliani to Sofia. Cross it goes. To Sanders inside. Grimshaw. Sofia. To Sanders. Poking it into Park. Renzotti to Koivisto. Koivisto goes down. No penalty, says the referee. And the Milan players waving at their coach Bakker to use the challenge. We may yet see that card come out from Bakker. Did look like hands pulled down Koivisto. And she has the card out. And we will get a VAR check. We told you about the coach's challenge earlier in the game. It's been pulled here. Let's see. He's still checking. Huge implications, obviously. Get another look here. This looks like it might be a better angle again, in fact. That looks like a clear tug to me by Courage. But will the referee see it similarly? Remember, we've had one penalty already in this game. Was saved, but then it was put in on the rebound by Genoa, the taker. There is Genoa. We are well over the 2 minutes point now in the check, by the way. So we're expecting huge amounts of additional time come final whistle. And he holds up the original call. That is enormous. And as you can hear, not going over well with this home crowd. How you could read that Courage move was anything other than a foul in the box, I don't know. We are getting changes. Giles is off for Massa and Sundergaard on for Georgsdotter. Pretty much like for like in both there. I think the move with Giles was they were worried that Renzotti being that much fresher was going to eat into Giles as the game wore on. She'd been doing a great job on Kevag. Well, she was still on the field, of course. And Hilage will just pump long as Genoa look to take advantage. Certainly haven't let out of jail here. Cuscieri keeping it there. Lee rolling back. Hilage. Genoa. Mascarello. Aragoni. Migliucci has to go along with this. He had no real alternative. Giuliani keeps on the floor there for Kaiser. Kaiser. Tackled. Unfairly, the referee says that'll be a free out. And card does come out for Sundergaard, who's only just in, of course. Giuliani keeping it short with the Sanders. The Sanders going long now. Van Duren. The Sanders losing possession. Mascarello misreading that. Chance for Genoa on the counter here with Bear. Bear now one-on-one with the keeper. Stops to go for the cross. Sundergaard, loses her footing. And Bear absolutely frustrated. She did the unselfish thing and it still didn't pay off. Mascarello out to Kaiser now. Well, you'd think Milan will have to start considering making at least one or two more changes because there's a few tired bodies there, as that last series showed us. Coach Becker, though, so far, pretty conservative at her bench. To go to the Sanders again. Out wide. Koivisto getting it to Grimshaw. Down goes Grimshaw, but fairly. Down goes Park, but fairly. And there is a yellow, but it's for a Milan player. Coivisto. Free out to Genoa. 10 minutes plus, as we've said, likely quite a few minutes of stoppage time remaining. Right now, Genoa on course for an oh so vital point. It would only be their 8th of the season. But when they're in a battle with Ternana to avoid the direct relegation spot, every point gained is enormous for them. Renzotti going out to Park. Park. Grimshaw stayed onside. Coivisto. Grimshaw still onside the referee. No, now the flag goes up. Well, we see that counter there. There, could see the run by Sondergaard. I'm sure she's going to try and lob at that point herself. Well, this one's going through, intercepted by Coivisto. Kajer with no help. And Milan need to wisen up at the back here. Battling for this continues from Genoa. Throw to Milan, Kajer to take. In fact, they're going to overrule that. It'll be Genoa ball. Akuti. Goal kick to Milan. 7 minutes plus, as we expect, considerable stoppage time to go. Most activity. Oh my word! What a disaster at the back. Well, Giuliani has been made pay for that once before this season. This time she was wise enough, and Milan survive. Renzotti. She has Aragoni there for her. She's ignoring her. Renzotti still. Now she'll go back to Aragoni. Aragoni inside. Can't fit either Kajer or Mascarello, but it is back with Aragoni. Aragoni now looking for Renzotti. Renzotti needs to get onto this. She can't. It's a goal kick for Genoa. Well, there we see it. Overcooked by Giuliani. Sofia, well, third woman tackle. Somewhat saving it. But a Sofia and Giuliani mistake did lead to a clanger for them against Fiorentina back in October. One in midfield. Milan looking desperate now to try and get a winner. There for Aragoni. Aragoni puts the cross in. Pass for Fortunella. Oh, but Park's touch is off target. Fortunella totally misreading the flight of that, but Park not able to get any direction on that shot. And Aragoni is down. It looks like that could be cramped. As you were saying, you know, there's a lot of tired bodies out there from Milan. It's a bit of a surprise that we haven't seen a sub. Cinotti's coming off of Ferrara for Genoa. That's their third substitute, second substitute window, so they can still make 2 changes, but only 1 more window in which to do it. Here we are seeing Cinotti's goal. Missed the penalty, but got the rebound. Ferrara the sub there. Genoa have to fancy their chances here because Milan have been looking more prone to being lapped at the back and are getting more tired out there. Ilaj. Courage. Goes forward. Headed into the meat grinder. Grimshaw with a bit of an up and under clearance. Hilaj back to Courage, back to Hilaj, and Courage's ball is going to go out for a Milan throw. Seeing Dompig coming on, it looks like.
Per il Milan, fuori facciamo un grandissimo applauso con numero 8, Giorgia Arrigoni.
Well, Arrigoni was the one showing cramp. Dompig, who is a very attack-minded player, coming on.
Con numero 99, Shante Dompig.
Has Bakker waited too long to play that card is the question. Dompig going straight and long to Van Doren. My word, Van Doren, this could well win it. Van Doren, 2-1 Milan, and Dompig with the instant impact. Her first action on the ball, Dompig gets it, pumps it, Van Doren does all the rest, and Milan lead 2-1. Tremendous vision and tremendous positioning by Van Doren to be there for the chase. Fortunella backtracking almost the whole time. You wondered, had Van Doren left it too late? Vigliucci, desperation, attempted a tackle, but just to the nick of time, Van Doren, her second of the day, her 7th of the season, and Milan lead again. 2-1. There's a minute and a half plus stoppage time. Remember, we're expecting substantial stoppage time. Now, will Coach Bakker think he's only got 1 sub window left? Possibly bring on another defender. The back four is getting very tired out there. Visto against Massa. Will be a Milan throw. Dompig once again winning the ball. Dompig winning a free. To Sanders. Going long. Into the grinder. Should be there for Fortunella. Fortunella spills. Still there for Genoa. We'll be seeing the board very shortly. We're expecting a large number on that. Visto putting it out of play for a Genoa throw. 5 minutes to be played. Have Genoa got something in there to get an equalizer? Courage crosses, headed away, but not out of danger. Akuti rolling it back. Lee, and the shot from Sundergaard is off target. We're seeing Van Duren's goal to give Milan the lead and possibly the 3 points. Such a vital result this would be for them. It's going back to Fortunella. She's playing it low. We can only find a Milan jersey. Renzotti on the ball. Van Duren is tackled. Genoa, 4 minutes left to try and salvage a point. Masso's making some available. Cross surely coming. It's back and it's gone for a corner to Genoa.
Doppia sostituzione per il Genoa, fuori con il numero 16 Currai, dentro con il numero 30 Jacobo
coming on. That'll be Genoa's last substitution. They've used only 4, but indeed they actually are making the 5th in this window. Bargi coming in as well for Cuscieri. So all 5 changes made by Genoa. Milan have 1 window left but can make 3 subs in it if they choose to use it. Massa to take the corner. Massa's corner is short. It's headed up to the gods, and Giuliani just about catches Koyavisto out in the process, but she gets the ball. And she will certainly take her time with this. Midway through the time added on. Giuliani headed in the middle. Milan just trying to find some way to keep the ball from Genoa. So far struggling with that. And that'll be oh so easy for Giuliani. She'll keep that in place and she can gather it. Bargi just running down. Giuliani looking for the option. She's gone long. Dompig, it misses. Tark heads it on though. Akuti's got to be smart, and it'll be a free out. And under 2 minutes left of the additional time. And no doubt what Fortunato is looking at here. She's telling them all to get forward. She wants to go long. Fortunato's ball is very long, but well, now it's kind of Massa putting it down there into the corner, still there, and it'll be a corner for Genoa. Massa to take the corner. Massa going near post again. Once again, Giuliani claims it, and we're under a minute left. Giuliani will take her time. Well, what she's allotted, certainly. She's going to go long again. Giuliani goes past Park. Park, though, can shield this. And Park has won a free kick. And that'll bring it to under 30 seconds, if not closer to the very, very end. Jacobo, hand on the back. 19 seconds left. Well, it'll be a goal kick to Genoa. Fortunella will grab the near ball. It's almost at the referee's discretion now. Genoa know the time is not their friend. And that will not help. We are over the 5 minutes. The referee's looking at his watch. Fortunella has got to pump this. She does. Just hacking it clear our Milan at this stage. Park back to Koivisto. Koivisto's surely just going to go along with this. She is. Still they go. Hilaj inside. And that is that. Milan have survived. They take the win. 2-1 goals from Van Duren either side of a Cenotti equaliser are enough as Milan take all 3 points at home. A crucial win for them in Serie A. Join us next time for more action. But for now, goodbye.